The White House is offering up some advice on handling conversations with your uncle, your uncle, about politics today.
Yeah, it encourages you to argue that President Biden tackled inflation and lowered costs, and it also provides some bullet points on how to argue that Republicans are extreme. Way to keep things merry and bright. Congressman James Comer joins us now. Congressman, what do you think of the list?
Well, I'd like to see them try to play that on my uncles. You know, I know my uncles are, first of all, going to complain about how much it costs to drive down here. And then secondly, they're going to go into great detail about what the White House can do with their wokeism and electric vehicles. So I don't think they're going to find many uncles in America who are very pleased with the policies of the Biden White House, and their talking points aren't going to go very far, unfortunately.
But, Congressman, why does everything, even Thanksgiving, need to be political to the left? Can't we just have one day or maybe a holiday season, that may be asking too much, where we just let everything, just bygones be bygones, and enjoy friends and family?
You know, I've noticed from my 6 years in Congress watching the left, their business model revolves around keeping everyone outraged, keeping everyone mad and angry. So, you know, Thanksgiving's a day to reflect and be thankful. But the Democrats don't like that. You know, they want everyone to be upset and outraged, and they want to try to blame their outrage on the right, on the Republican Party. And it's very unfortunate. I think that's a big reason why we're so divided in America.
Yeah, Congressman, I wanted to ask you about that. How divided is Washington really when you're in the halls of Congress? Is it less partisan than people might think?
Well, I would love to say, yes, it's less partisan, but I believe unfortunately, it's getting more partisan. You know, in all reality, you do need some moderates because so many members of Congress are from very conservative districts or very liberal districts, and you need some in the middle. We keep losing the moderates in Congress. The way the Senate's set up, as you all have talked about many times on your show, it takes 60 votes to get a bill through the Senate. So regardless of whether Herschel Walker wins or loses, it's still very difficult to get the conservative legislation that we're going to pass in a Republican majority through the House. It's going to be very difficult to get it through the Senate. And that makes everyone angry because we want to get things done. I think everybody goes to Congress, whether you're a liberal or a conservative, and you sincerely want to pass legislation that you believe would benefit your district. But it's very difficult because, you know, we come from 435 vastly different districts. We all have vastly different ideologies. And unfortunately, because of the 24-hour news cycle and the very heated campaigns and all the money and the negativity in the campaigns, people come to Congress already upset on day one. So I hope we can get along better, but I'm not real optimistic about it.
Meantime, Thanksgiving gas prices are at the highest level ever recorded by AAA, but Americans are still hitting the road. Take a look at $3.58. Today, the average typically sits around $2.50 this time of year. Your reaction to that juxtaposition? The prices are high, but people are saying prices be darned.
You know, we have high energy prices because of the bad policies of the Biden administration. This is something that they can take credit for. They have completely altered the Trump energy policy. They've taken a nation that was energy independent and actually exporting energy. And because of their Green New Deal policies that they've tried to implement through executive order, now we have record high energy prices. And unfortunately, they're probably going to only get higher. So we've got to, as a Republican majority in January, try to figure out a way to get this energy policy and this administration to look more like it did in the previous administration, because we're not going to lower inflation, which is our priority as Republicans, if we don't change directions with our American energy policy.
You know what I'm thankful for? Much like Vanna White never repeating a dress on Wheel of Fortune, Congressman James Comer apparently never repeats a background for his Zoom shot. That's what I'm thankful for this holiday. Keep it up. Keep it up, Congressman.
All right.
Thank you very much.
It looks great. Very professional. Thank you, Congressman.
Congressman to Vanna White.
We're thankful for you. Seriously, we appreciate you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.